Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Tuesday, March 9th, 2021. And welcome to your virtual class. We are going to turn over. You should have written the word he and completed this work on Friday. So today, we're going to move on to this page. You're gonna write your name, you're gonna mark that today is Tuesday, you're gonna circle the weather, and we are working on ending sounds in this section. Skunk, moon, bird, feet. We're gonna write these sight words. I love sight words. A-R-E-R. These words at this point are probably a review. So please practice writing them 3 more times. Say the letters as you write them and say the word after you write it. And then do this one, T-H-A-T, that. And you do that 3 more times. Now we're gonna look at syllables. This is a plant, and this is an envelope. And now we're looking for rhyming words. These do look like they are part of a word family. So hoop, cage, stage. Color the 2 pictures that rhyme. Then you're going to read this sentence, write it on the lines. Make sure you remember uppercase, how to end it, and space between each word. Make sure you form those letters correctly on each line. When you're done, please put this back in the front of your binder. Turn to your red tab and get ready to do something a little different today. So we are looking at long A. So you're going to color the words that are long A. And I'm going to let you just mark out the other ones. Ms. Hans may ask you to color the star and color the ones that are not long A. But for me today, I just want you to color the long A. So long A says A. Anytime a vowel is a long vowel, it says its name. So the next, I would say 5 weeks, we're going to be working on long and short vowels. So we always want to color, make this kind of your code up here. So I know that anything that has a long A in it will be colored. So it has to have a long A somewhere in it. So finger spelling might be the best way to do it. So ice, ice. I don't hear A anywhere in that word. So I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to put a line through it. And the next one is snake. Snake. Oh, I heard A in that word. So I'm going to color this one. So sometimes I start by coloring the middle and then going around the edges, and sometimes I color slowly around the edges first. You just want to make sure you color the whole box. This is very good for working those muscles that are going to make your writing nicer. You should hold your crayon correctly, just like you hold your pencil correctly when you write. So I want to pinch it. I pinch it at that squiggly line a lot of times. Okay, the next one is a rake. Rake. I heard A in that word as well, so I'm going to color it. The rest you're going to do on your own. I am going to say each word. So pause anytime that you need to. After each word if you need to mark it. Okay. Out of this cloud, it is rain. Rain. This person is on a float. They're floating. Float. This arrow is pointing to this smoke. This animal is a whale. That horse has a tail. This bee is stinging, so sting. This man is driving, drive. A lot of times men wear ties when they're dressing fancy. Game. This picture is in a frame. This is a stack of hay. I know I've shown my class what hay looks like because they weren't sure what that was. It's hay. And 3. All right, when you're done, you'll move on to the second side where you will first write your name. So I'm gonna write my name neatly. just on the line. I'm going to try to make my uppercase letters higher, my lowercase letters about half the size. We are going to fill in the missing letters. So nut. I already have the first sound. I'm going to do the last two. So I might tap it out. Nut. N, t. So n is there. T. Okay, we're going to do one more together. Sun. So sun. Sun. This is a picture of cut, run, bun, hut, and that door is shut. Now this kind of gives it away up here. You're either going to end with un or ut. So you have two word families that you're working on back there. Oh, sorry, you didn't see those. So bun, hut, shut. When you're done, if you have time, you're welcome to color that. I'm gonna do writing. I know in class we've been doing writing first, but at home you might do it last. So we're gonna turn over. We're actually going to skip a page. So on Friday, you all did this one, on a snowy day. We are not gonna write about snow anymore. We're gonna turn over, we're gonna skip this winter one. You're welcome to write on it or to use it for later to write on, but we are not going to assign that. And this one's still a little wintry, but we're still gonna do it. So, which drink tastes better sipped through a straw? So, you can say, I sip I think out of those, I would probably sip a milkshake. So for Miss Foley's, I would put milkshake, M-I-L-K, and I'm gonna write that whole word. And then I'm gonna say through, and so the nice thing is it's right here, these words that I'm gonna use. Sibling, so through. So if I'm not sure how to write that word, I can just look up there. Straw. That can also sound out most of that word. Straw. Okay. And then I might say what my favorite milkshake is. I like chocolate milkshakes. Or I like, Miss Foley likes vanilla. I would actually write vanilla. But you can choose any of these things. Maybe you like your hot chocolate through a straw, or your milk, or your juice, or your water. Maybe it's none of these things. Maybe you like something different sipped through a straw. So be ready to read this when you come back to school on Thursday. And I just want you to add more details. Remember, if you need more room, you can always use the back of that page. And then when you're at school next week, we're going to actually skip this snowman page too. So we're not going to write about snow or winter anymore. When you're done, we're going to look at math. So I'm going to turn to the blue tab, and I'm going to get out my next math page. And I have to color by numbers on this page, by what they end in. So that is a little bit confusing, but so you would go 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So now I'm going to give you an example of what to do by the code. So since I have a green is going to be anything that ends in a 2 or a 7. I'm only doing the first half of the worksheet here because I don't want to give away the rest of the answers. So I'm going to look at the second number. Ends in means the ones place. So 21, that ends with a 2. 22 ends with a 2. So I can color that one. I'd have my adult check that my numbers are right before I start coloring, because it's going to be really hard to erase and fix it once you've colored it. So now I'm looking for a 2 or a 7 still. So ends in a 3, a 4, 5, 6, 7. And then, even though I didn't do this down here, this one ends in a 2. so I could go ahead and color it. I'm going to color it all the way in. All right. So you will keep going and you will follow the rest of that code and color all of the balloons. Now we're moving on to solids, liquids, and gases. So you should have watched a video in class with Miss Foley. You did watch a video and we learned a little bit about solids, liquids, and gases last week. But I suggest that you go and read another book and maybe even watch another video on it with the help of your parents. There are some on Epic that I have already assigned to you, but you are welcome to go find other resources and learn as much as you can about solids, liquids, and gases. So when we're done with this, it is going to be a book. So we're gonna write our name first on the front cover. And then I'm going to color the stars, color this man, color his dog, and then I'm gonna go solids. A solid is a solid. It doesn't change its shape. It can't move around. It stays in one place. Your desk is a solid and so is your chair. Just look in your classroom. Wow, they're everywhere. So look around your house or your pod, wherever it is that you are, and find something that is solid. So I'm here in our classroom and I see the trays that we put our water beads in when you guys were at school on Friday in Miss Foley's room. Miss Hans's class, I think you have trays like that as well. But just find anything solid and draw a picture and then color it. Okay, and then you're gonna go and do liquids and gases. So a liquid moves smoothly. We say it flows from one place to another, how it quickly goes. We know that most liquids are easy to see with no shape of their own, and they're not like you and me. So this jug has milk in it. Think of something else, that liquid that you might have. One thing I can think of is my shower. When I'm in my shower, this liquid, maybe I point to it, and I'm gonna label it and say water. I can even say shower water. Just like I should have labeled this one, so I'll go back. So that when you bring it to school, Miss Foley will know. Then gases. Air is a gas. We can't see it, that's true. But we often feel it in things that we do. It keeps up a kite. Air fills up a bubble. Without it to breathe, we'd be in big trouble. So think about what's inside of a balloon that's holding that rubber out. That is gas. Think of other things that are gas. When Mr. Foley cooks, sometimes some stuff comes off the pan and it's smoke and it sets the fire alarm off. But sometimes when I cook and there's water in the pan, steam comes off. So it's the water vapor, which we talked about that on Friday as well. So when you're done with that, you're going to color all the pictures. Here, we'll say this is, well, we could call it smoke. And then we're gonna cut it out and we're gonna make a book. If you don't have a stapler, feel free to bring it back to school and I will staple it for you and you can take it back home after I look at it. Right, have a great afternoon, friends.